guys, it's Abby, and this is definitely a different view than what I usually do because I finally found a way that I can get a webcam to work, but it's only if I only do this, but I'm doing a lesson review, so I'm going to just do this and then add in a few little photos, which should work fine. But, today's video is, a lesson review. If you read the title, you would know that. I have a little notebook beside me because I journal about my lessons so that I cover everything, as there's a fair bit that happened in this lesson. First of all, I did not write major, which I was a little sad about. But that's okay. Someone else in my group wrote major. They didn't work out too well. We're not going to detail with that because that's for them to share if they ever feel like it, and if they have social media or anything like that, because I don't know. So I was back on little Stinky Pony Wrangler, who was being extremely stubborn tonight. So I got very frustrated at him. Same instructor as last week, so I've got to check my notebook. So overall, I really did enjoy the lesson. It was pretty fun. Okay, so to start, I went early and I had to, tack up and stuff, and I didn't have to groom Wrangler because 2 lessons before mine is another lesson with Wrangler, but that kid is not trotting at all. He's barely walking. He can't walk with the horse on his own. It's a 6-year-old too. So Wrangler was absolutely fine listening with me right after. We made sure that he wasn't tired. He was absolutely fine, especially because he just went on a trail ride in the shade at a walk. So he was fine. So I'm just gonna use people's first name when I describe them. So Elle, as we'll call her, she rode major, and before she was riding Lexi. And then M came late as there was a traffic jam, but she rode Oliver as same as before, so we tacked up and we headed to the indoor arena to warm up the horses on foot. We kind of walk a lap, then trot alongside, then walk, turn around, walk a lap the other way, trot alongside, make sure that our horses are warmed up from the ground before we get on. So we then got up on our horses and we all headed out to the outdoor arena as it was a really, really nice evening. So we headed outside and then we did a little more warming up with walking the trot on the horse, and we worked on posting diagonals as I'm the only one in my group who actually knew what this was. So we worked on that. We also, so after we warmed up, sorry, just gotta check my notes. After we warmed up, we practiced the 3-loop serpentines, I think they're called. So we did them one by one at a walk, and then I did them as a group as a walk, like both ways. Then we did them at a trot alone, like both ways, and then we did a trot as a group, like both ways, which was really fun. Major was trying to rush through the whole thing. I'm not gonna get into detail with that because that's Ella's story to share, but Wrangler didn't want to try it at all. Every time we would start trotting to the serpentine, he'd just stop. He was being so stubborn. I had to constantly have my leg on him more than usual. I didn't know what was going on with this little butt of a pony. He's really annoying sometimes. And still kind of love him, but I'm really annoyed at him. So he would just stop trotting and then doing his super duper slow walk. So he has a speedier walk and a super slow walk, which isn't great. Okay. So now let's get to the part of the lesson that was exciting, but didn't go as planned. So basically, as you guys know, I am cantering and L and N are not. And in my last lesson, C was barely trotting, so I couldn't canter there. But with L and N, they're trotting independently on their own. They're fine, independent. So they just walked one half of the arena in circles and practiced square halts while I went to the other end of the arena with my instructor, Amy. And we practiced cantering, which I haven't done in a while, so that was really fun. A little details on the cantering, because some parts of that were good, and some not so good. So first we went on the. Sorry, I keep saying First we went on. First we went on the Wranglers good lead, or like good side, and he picked it up right away. He did a full circle and more, and we did 2 or 3 of those, and then we went the other way. It was like he's really, really bad with it. So we were trying so hard to get this little pony to canter a full circles. It took 20 tries. 15 of those, it was just me on my own, just trying. Then she started like pushing him on with her hand, and then she had to give me like a whip crop thing. I didn't hurt him, don't worry. And then she also chased me behind, and he finally started to canter, but he like jumped up so fast, more than he should have, that I lost both my stirrups, so I had my first stirrupless canter. Yay! And that was a fun experience, but it wasn't also, and we kept trying until we could get a full circle so that Wrangler learns that he can't just weasel his way out or just quit. Yeah, so after that, we headed back to the barn. We hopped off, we untacked, groomed. I gave Wrangler a carrot, and it was too big for him because it was meant for Major. So he would try to chew on it, and then he spit the whole thing out because it was too big for his little mouth, which is really cute. So after that, carrot fiesta was cleaned up, and Wrangler for some reason is still shedding. So my whole arm, like here, all the way to my elbow, it was covered in horsehair. That was great. It's like, so there's 3 cross ties in the barn, and we all go there. And the floor of the cross ties that I was in was covered in horsehair. And another thing with Wrangler was he's been rubbing his tail, so he's got a really nasty bald patch that I've read a little bit about, so I might know what it is, but I'm not going to say anything because there's medical professionals at the barn. Anyways, after that, we groomed him down, as I said, took our tack back to the tack room, cleaned it all down after putting the horses away. I cleaned Wrangler's saddle with like a brand new sponge that wasn't even dirty. I cleaned the whole thing, and the sponge is dark red. So clearly his tack was due for a clean, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's a little bit different lesson review, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys!